I like how I've started to get these to start right when I hit start. So, with that said, I should start. Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings, day the 16th of the Whiscord Advent Calendar. Blah. I'm a little tired today, as usual. Gentlemen, wax your stashes. Thank you, Hagen AZ. Everyone should. If you don't, you look kind of like. I've had this thought about myself before, so. But Waluigi and Wario, their mustaches are kind of what you look like without waxing your mustache. It's a thing. 5 fingers. Hello. Before I even get started, I have to do 5 different things, maybe just 2. One of those things is to start the musica, because it's too quiet and it's way higher than usual. There we go. And then something else. What is it? Oh, yes. This showed up earlier because Zenbood could not be here tonight because he's got like real life stuff. But I have magic powers, so Zenbood, thank you. It says I have a holiday party tonight, so I'll watch the replay in the wee hours. Cheers, thank you, sir. Whoa. Been doing that every day this month for the record. So that's going to be very helpful at the end of the month, absolutely. With that, I know what you're really here for. An excuse to drink. I mean, this. Yeah, day 16. Oh, and I have to show off my t-shirt. This is a Whiskey Mountains t-shirt. I got it today. Christmas present to myself, or holiday present, whatever. What did I buy at Nothing. I think Nancy, I didn't buy anything. If you're implying like when I was there last time. Nothing. However, there was this giant bottle of Eagle Rare here. You can't really tell, but it's ginormous. That was donated to the channel that day I was there. I didn't buy it. I kind of pulled the reins as hard as I can right now for buying bottles, and I'm still failing. Too many special releases by other whiskey tube folk. It's a good problem to have, but also, I must know what credit cards are. With that, let's see. Oh. Alright, another misleading looking one here. The thought here is, this is a tough call, honestly. At a glance, I'm torn between it being an Irish whiskey or a Scotch, because it's skirting the line for both as far as the color goes. Would you like to see what it is? Okay, I guess. Yeah. You must. It's almost too late to be bourbon, you know. It's skirting the lines. Uses some slow-moving legs, which makes me believe it's over 50%. Possibly over 55. I don't know. There's been a notable higher proof thing going on with most of these. Fahrenheit amount of buying free is unless I find a lost on art cask. Yeah, there's always something. It's like, I'm not buying any more bottles unless if I saw certain bottles at MSRP on a shelf just waiting to be, you know, grabbed. It's happened a few times as well. Like I've seen Elijah Craig barrel proofs and such on shelves just sitting there and had just gone, I have so many Elijah Craigs. I need to finish those first. I have Elijah Craig barrel proofs from 2 years ago still, because I do not entertain and I do not drink as much whiskey as people would assume. As you can tell, I have bottles all around me, so, and I keep getting more. So a nice problem to have. Yeah, hanging easy. It looks Irish. It could be some kind of Scotch as well, but really it's just that nice golden honey color. But we haven't hit an Irish one yet. You know, that's really where I'm like, well, we've hit a variety of other things, but I haven't seen an Irish one yet. So it'd be nice if this one was Irish. Like a fancy redbreast, I'd be very happy with that. But I'm trying to figure out the proof by the legs. I don't know if that's something that can actually be done, but it looks like it's 50% or more is about what I would guess with that. So I'm just going to stare at it. Again, I am tired. I can pretend I'm not for you. I mean, I may try a little. But I don't know. This is a normal thing that happens with me, is that there are just sudden waves of fatigue and the you should lie down for a bit feeling, and I'm having that now. It started about 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. Usually isn't an issue because I'll lie down, but tonight I have stuff to do, like drink alcohol with all of you. So, you know, here we are. Yay. In for the nose. I'll just do this for a little bit. This is always nice. In for the nose. Ooh. Hold on. I had a nice fruit note for a moment, and then it turned into Elmer's glue. What the hell was that? Pinch Hitter Whiskey Lounge. Hello. Welcome. Could be a rye. They sometimes have lighter color than bourbons. That's true. And with that nose, my feelings are not leaning hard into Irish suddenly. Pinch Hitter might have it. It's almost pepperminty. Yeah, and a little bit of botanical, almost gin. Not as strong as gin. I'm still getting Elmer's glue, which is bizarre because if that's happened, I don't remember having it happen. So. It also seems very sweet. Sorry, the music's loud enough for me to be distracted by it. I could see dill hanging easy. My tells for rye are usually black licorice and what's the other one? I always forget the word. But it's koalas eat it. It's a plant. Eucalyptus, there we go. But with this one, I'm getting this odd mix of things. I can't get past it feeling like Elmer's glue. That's weird. I'm getting lost in my own head a little bit. I don't want to linger on it too long because that gets you to kind of go blind to it if you shove your nose in it for too long. Almost minty. Is that a tell? There are a lot of different tells for certain kinds of whiskeys. This one's confusing me. Yeah, I don't think I don't remember getting any mints on now that you've said that, of course. I'm like, did I? Have I? Do I know what I'm doing? Oh. Gotcha. Excuse me. This is perplexing. Most of these have been perplexing. So we're on a streak. Oh. The nose is not making me eager to sample it, or drink it. But I said that about a few of these the past week. How very odd. All right. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for being here. I don't have a time limit tonight. I keep thinking I do. But this will be the longer 1 hour stream format that I usually do on Fridays. Or I've been known to do on Fridays and Sundays. There is no usual for me. Let's just be clear about that. Here we go. Cheers. I'm trying very hard not to think about that. There were like 3 things that happened in a quick succession there. Yep. My mind's like, I don't know what that was. It's weird. Oh! Oh, yes. And the thing, because the people who are usually the ones who remind me to say this. Hey. Also, there's a Patreon down below. If you haven't joined my Patreon, why not? $5. And I used to be able to say the cost of a Starbucks latte. That is no longer true. But close enough. Keep me caffeinated, folks. I am a very unpleasant person to be around if I have not had caffeine. I'm really just an unpleasant person to be around, generally, but worse when without the caffeine, and then I get the headaches, which that also helps to the unpleasant feeling. I thought this might be a light whiskey. That was strange. Huh. Okay. Moving on. I'm going to have another sip, holding my palate for a bit. And we'll see if I can get more out of it, because the first sip is just to acclimate to the fact that I'm about to drink alcohol. So cheers, number 2. And please let me know what you're drinking tonight. It doesn't matter what it is. I just don't like to drink alone. The texture of it's really nice. What the hell's happening? There is a slight bit of spice, a metallic vanilla, something extremely familiar. Make me like a cough drop, maybe menthol. There's something else in there that I'm going, what the hell is that? It's really familiar. More and more I'm thinking this is rye or a light whiskey or something just completely out of left field. Maybe a world whiskey. Water. It's a good rule to have. I know I've been trying to follow the rule of no more drinks after 10 or 11. Doesn't always work as well on the weekends, because you stay up later, you have another drink. That weekends are. But generally nothing after midnight, because it's going to mess with my sleep. My sleep is terrible. As we have been talking about this entire month, my sleep gets very fractured about this time of year. That's why I feel so tired now. It's not because I didn't sleep last night. I did. But it just doesn't freaking matter. I could get a solid 8 hours and my brain was just like, you know, you're just going to get real tired now. Have fun. If this proof is over 50%, it does not drink like that. Again, the texture is beautiful. It's making me think of a light whiskey, because this is what happens with light whiskeys to me, is they're very odd. Sometimes the texture can be really nice, but it's usually this kind of 2 to 3 note thing with vanilla and spice maybe. And then it just fizzles out. It doesn't seem ethanol heavy to me. But I'm getting that weird Elmer's glue thing. And thus far, I can't think of a light whiskey I've seriously enjoyed. Maybe one, because my memory's terrible. That's part of why I do these, so I can look back on it someday, should I choose to. But so far, I haven't really needed to do that. I probably should, maybe for a few of the really early videos. I'm not even getting malty. That's the thing. It's just 2 to 3 notes. The texture of it's really nice. And it's got a fairly long finish. Just for like sticking around and staying on my tongue. Slight spice. Kind of fake vanilla. It does have a few waves as progression goes. It gets a little makes your tongue dry out just a smidge. But because of the texture of it, almost the viscosity, that stays on your tongue as well, so you don't get a completely dry tongue, which is nice. Z-Man cheers. Welcome to this mess. See, pinch hitter, we're all learning to have some kind of self-control, and we're just failing constantly, but we're trying. That's the important part. Trying. Slapshots Roadhouse. Hello, good evening. Welcome to me doing number 16 of these in a row. Oh my gosh, I should gush? Sure. My gosh. I've been doing this for 2 weeks straight. 2 weeks and 2 days. That sounds healthy. I am just befuddled at this. The nose is weird. The palate is meh. The color is the nice part. Look at the color. I'm like, oh, it looks really nice. And then I get into the nose of it and just go, what the hell? What is happening here? Yeah, it's not a wrecking crew over here. Well, you guys are early. What an odd whiskey you are. Part of my mind is like, is it Japanese whiskey? And I haven't had enough Japanese whiskey to really know. Whew. Hey Nizzy, I know just the lady who would tell you all about the epic Irish whiskeys out there. She's around. I always just say Redbreast 12 though. That's about 50 something odd dollars nowadays. So, as a substitute, question mark? Oh, Sexton. Sexton's a really nice. It's got a weird bottle, but I think it's right here. Yeah, it's a Sexton, little squat thing, but delicious for $30. I think prices have changed since I bought that originally. What a peculiar whiskey. All right. We've gone past the 15-minute mark as far as checking what it should be, because I don't have to be thinking about that right now. No. I clicked on the wrong thing. Hold, please. I have a program opening I don't want to open. There we go. Yeah. I do not need to edit audio work right now. All right. So over the past 19 minutes, I have been trying to deduce what the hell this is with no solid, anything. I just need to know what it is at this point. I will tell you what it is now, as soon as I click on this. But that explains it. I have no idea what that is. Oh, seriously? What? I'm looking at pictures. Alright. I have never seen this in my life. Oh. I've heard of this, though. Really? How? Sorry. I'm not giving anything away, am I? Alright, so the proof is wrong, thankfully. I definitely didn't drink like 50 something, and that's what I thought it would be, because I just take a wild guess when I look at the legs. Checks out. A weird whiskey. This also seems like it could be an older whiskey. I don't like tealing small batch. Is it tealing? Could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. But there is an Irish whiskey I have somewhere in the vicinity over here that I just do not like. And that might have been it. The rum finish. Okay. Opening the pitcher. This might explain some of the weirdness. This is aged 19 years. Murray McDavid inspired Scotch whiskey. So Murray McDavid's inspired Scotch whiskey. Single grain Scotch whiskey. Loch Lomond distilled 1996. There's a picture of a dog. Glachin Chone. I don't know what that means. Select grain. Region Highlands. Release was summer of 2017. Wood Bourbon Hogshead. Finish first fill Koval Bourbon. What? Limited release. Not chill filtered, not colored. Product of Scotland. 46%. Murray McDavid inspired. Why is it single grain? Single malt is what I'm used to hearing. Single grain doesn't quite click in my head the same. Which grain? I assume specific one. It's an independent bottling, yeah. I don't know, man. I got a little spoiled accidentally by Roy's pick. So whenever I think of Loch Lomond, I think of that amazing bottle. You still have nearby, don't worry. So anything else is there? I don't know. I still have the 12 over my shoulder over here. All right, there's stuff on the back. I gotta read it. I don't like the write-up for some of this. Murray McDavid Select Grain. Many will be familiar with our highly regarded 2015 Loch Lomond release that was matured for 18 years in standard bourbon barrels. We took the same spirit and further matured it in specially selected small bourbon barrel from Koval Distillery in Chicago. I've never heard of Koval Distillery. Now, 2 years later, we represent an enchanted expression of the enhanced expression of this spirit. Nose, creamy vanilla, coconut, buttery foam banana sweets. I don't think so. Or buttery, comma, foam banana sweets. Foam banana sweets? I think of Laffy Taffy, and I know what that smells like. I don't particularly like banana flavored anything. No. Vanilla, yeah. Creamy? No. Fake? Yes. And if there is coconut, it would also be a very fake coconut smell. What does buttery smell like? Cookies? Palette ultra smooth, creamy fruit salad. Sorry, ultra smooth, creamy fruit salad. The palette being creamy is pretty close, actually. That's not really a taste, more of a words. Dead Sea. Also, ultra smooth. And there's no fruit salad. There was a fruit note at the beginning. And then I got Elmer's glue. So that was great. Finish. Sweet, clean, and fresh. Okay. Bottle from 6 casks. One of 1,010. The art of maturation. Murray McDavid matures and crafts its whiskey at Colburn Distillery, Speyside. 1V308 minutes. I don't know what last part means. Well, that answered some questions as to why it's weird. And not something I particularly like. I'll drink it, because I was given it. Let's see. How are we doing? The fruit and vanilla tracks for like, okay, so I read that. Super double secret indie. Yeah, just super secret, bottled somewhere. Pick the wrong day to quit nose and glue. I know. Here's the thing I didn't say. It's the smell of dried Elmer's glue. It's not as if you're getting the good stuff right from the bottle, but if it's been like pulled it off your skin kind of thing. Never heard any single grain Loch Lomond. Great distillery though. Yeah, I like the only thing I've tried from Loch Lomond is Roy's, which is probably a mistake. And as I said, you can see, not knocking anything over. Loch Lomond 12 right there. Waiting patiently to be opened up. I can't. It's not open. As I said, I can only compare it to Roy's. And that's really not fair. Especially considering how this seems to me. It's just not... the first guesses on it being a Scotch or an Irish. Cool. But the nose and the palate just are confusing. That's okay. I don't have a whole bottle of it, so I don't have to worry about it. It doesn't sound like it was cheap. 19 years? Special release? I don't know. But if this were something that was like, this is a 19-year-old Scotch, and I tried this, I wouldn't be happy. I won't lie to you. I would not be pleased at all. Because it doesn't seem like a Scotch. It's not really that tasty to me. The nose is the weird part. The palate is the weird part. The color looks great. It's a great color for a Scotch. So weird. What a bizarre nose. Again, I don't even know how to deal with this. Thankfully, we're doing an hour stream, but I still did it in the amount of time I needed to for my 30-minute increments I've been doing. Yeah, right? I did so fast. It's the dangers of just being like, oh, I got that expensive pour of something I've never heard of or tried. I mean, go for it, but I have the money. I'm still confused by the term single grain. I'm used to seeing single malt. So, the hell. In my little brain place, my mind palace, if you will, saying single grain does not mean single malt. But that means what grain did they use? Because I don't know. Because they weren't specific about it. It might mean the same thing. It probably does. But it's just one of those little twitchy things in my head where it's like, I don't know. Clarify! I'm being bothered by the fact that I don't know what else it was reminding me of earlier. Because of something. But I think I just went over everything I could. Light whiskey, except for the proof isn't there. But I just haven't had a really great experiences with light whiskey either. Or it also makes me think of a Japanese whiskey I have that isn't too great. The name of it. Bottle looks interesting. I think we gave it a K. And it was similar. It didn't have any kind of viscosity to it, but it had this similar vanilla, fake vanilla sweetness to it. Odd. Again, I have to drink all of this before I can pour something else. Oh. I want to see, hold on. Who else got to try this? Because this is random as hell. Whiskey Jason had Murray McDavid, Loch, Lomond, 1996, aged 19 years. You want to know how old? Can anybody guess how old I was in 1996? Fairly easy if you think about it. But take a shot in the dark. I know how old I was, and it feels weird to think of me drinking something from back in that time frame. Totally different person, as you can imagine. Didn't have the mustache. Very important. I think it's reminding me of a cheap kind of mouthwash. That's not really a good thing to say, but... No. But I think this is, what, 2? Maybe 2 or 3 out of the past 16 that I just haven't liked. We'll say 3. I know there are a few recent ones where I just kind of, what the hell? I don't remember exactly which ones. Could have been yesterday and the day before. I don't really remember. The joys of being me. But glad to try it. Now I know. Don't even think about it. I have a feeling I would. It's reminding me of a cheaper Scotch, like budget almost. Not quite, but the taste of the nose. No. All it has going for it is the color is nice, the age statement's nice, and the viscosity of it's nice. It really does have this kind of creamy feel to it, but then it doesn't deliver anything. It just goes, this is weird. Ugh, have fun. How odd. Whatever. Now I have to figure out what to do with the next half hour. No problem. I'll probably pour something else. I just don't know what yet. I have a number of interesting bottles or samples here. It may not be Sample Sunday, but there are samples in front of me that I could try. I'm going to look at a few. You know what? I will grab 4 at random. That's right. I read it. I can't be random. Okay. Okay. I believe I grabbed a different thing from everyone, I think. I have a lot of samples that are just staring at me all the time because they're sitting there, so I actually drink them someday. But that's the problem. I'm not good at reminding myself to do that. So we're going to do a poll, if I can remember how to do that. How do I poll? Hold on. There we go. Start a Q&A. I didn't know that was an option. Good to know. We'll have to fiddle with that later. It's going to take me a while to type these in, so I appreciate your patience. Coincidental. I don't know if it's going to be able to... Which should I drink? Should I pour? Should I drink? Should I drink? I will not have enough room for a lot of these. Alright. I'll just try to put as much info as I can, which is not much. Up. Music's chill. And then I'll put the percentages. There's more to it, so depending on which one I do, well, which one is voted on, I will tell you more depending on which one it is. You know, there's no point in telling about the others. Okay. I need as many abbreviations as I can as well. Oof. Oh, bat. There we go. It's 2. Number 3. Do I only get 3? I thought I had 4. Sorry. There we go. I do have 4. Just had to hit add option again. Beep beep bop boop bop. Do bop. Ah, that's misleading. I'm confused with that. We'll discuss that if that happens, but put these all right next to each other so I don't misplace which is which. There's a hard thing to spell right there. All of these are hard to spell, actually. It's not like I can just... I'm typing one-handed, of course, because it just makes sense, doesn't it? I don't think I have enough for this. And maybe. Ooh, I do. Good. Well, there's no percentage on this last one, so that makes it a surprise. I have no idea. I'll have to look that up. Cool. But anyway, here you go, folks. Pick a card, any card. I will watch very closely. Pick one. And I shall drink it after I finish this. Some random samples right there. I just grabbed 4 that were just sitting in front of me waiting to be drank, so... Again, it doesn't smell bad. It just doesn't smell good to me. Just, it's weird. Weird is not always bad, but in this case of particular preferences, this one does not fall into my category. If someone was here, like, here, smell this, would you like to try some? I would go, no, thank you. Appreciate the offer, but no, I think I'll try something else. Ugh. Alright, before I forget again, I'm supposed to do that every 15 minutes. You'll note I'm not good at doing that. What the hell? Get out of my face. Oh. Sorry. Look at the wrong thing. Cool Runnings, hello. Welcome to this mess. I have a weird whiskey tonight. Oh, you know what I didn't do? There's always something I forget to do, for the record. Always. But I forgot to update what yesterday's sample was. I will do my best to remember to update that once the stream ends. And a good way for me to do that is to actually go back and show what yesterday's was. And it was an interesting one as far as what it is, but I feel like yesterday's was also another one where I went, what? That's been fun, actually. Me having no idea. I'm okay with that. It's more than did I enjoy it. That's what I worry about. Right now, not so much. But we're almost done. And small samples, thankfully. Cheers. Last sip. And for the record, I was 16 years old in 96. Those were the good old days. What did I see recently? Oh, yeah. It was... Let's see. Yeah. So 1980 was as far away now as 1960 used to be to 2000. Now, people remember the 60s. Well, 1980 was about that same time for us at the moment. And that bothers me. Not that I remember 1980. I was around, I just don't remember any of it. I hear bell bottoms were still popular. With that, I see a 50% on some of these poll here. I don't know if anything else is. Nope, it's a tie, so I have to wait. We've only gotten 2 votes. So whoever votes next, however many of you would like to vote, you have 5 minutes or less to do so, because I will likely take the last 15 minutes just to go over whatever is poured. And only very, very vaguely. It's not going to be a full-on review or anything, but I do want to try something interesting, and right now the easiest way for me to make that decision is for someone else to do it. Someone else to do it. Clean my palate up with a little wheat cracker. Wow. Very dry. Not tasty. It's the equivalent of a very large oyster cracker. It'll do. Mmm. Delicious. I did remember to eat before the stream today. So I get a gold star for that. Maybe a silver star. But what I'm worried about is I'm going to want to eat something else in the next couple hours, and I don't know what that'll be. I could have cake. I don't have any cake, but I could have cake. You can have cake delivered right to your door nowadays, I think. Those are the rules, right? You can have anything delivered to your house or apartment or wherever you live. I don't know. I don't follow. I don't follow that. I do not want to deal with people I do not know, no matter what kind of thing they're bringing me. That's why when Hot Butter Rolls was doing stuff, he had food delivered all the time. They're bring me that. Just thinking about it. Hell no. But I'm not opposed to the idea completely. It's like, I'm hungry. Someone sends me food. Like, oh, hell yeah. But when I have to interact with another person, I did like the concept that came from just dropping stuff off at people's doors and leaving. I don't know if they still do that, but I wish they did. Almost. I have a hard time getting to me with anything. All right. 2 minutes have passed. It's good enough, and it's so far it's not tied. So that's all I really wanted. It's a tiebreaker. And pull. So we have the Dalwhinnie 19 year won the poll. I'm not surprised. Where is the Dalwhinnie? Yes. What I didn't type in there because I didn't have the room. Dalwhinnie 19 years. This is from 96 to 2015. Coincidental? Yes, because I didn't read that until now. Black Adder. Speyside single malt whiskey, 56%. Raw cask. I don't know what that means. Bottle 145, 288. That's not a lot of barrels. And this was donated to the channel by Jimmy Jazz, who I've had the pleasure of actually meeting in person. So, hey. And I got this back in September. So clearly a little behind. A lot of these I got much farther back than that. So this is actually early considering my inability to function. So here we go. It's a decent pour, so whether I like it or not, I'm going to have to finish it. And it's 56%. Hey! Oh. There we go. Yeah. Thankfully, it's just one of these tiny things. I don't know what these are from. Actually, I know what these are from. These are from other advent calendars I've done. I've had similar things like this. But there we go. A Dalwhinnie, 19 years. Black Adder. I feel like I've heard of Black Adder. Was that a movie? Like that? Eh. Also a snake, I think. I wasn't thinking of something else. I'm gonna peel this off there because I don't want to forget to do that. But number 16, I'm going bye-bye. Bye! And then I will see what this black adder is all about. Yeah. Take the cap off so it can dry out. I'm going to clean all of these at the end. I have a bunch of them, the empty, sitting in front of me. So we only have, well, we have less than 10 days now. How did that happen? Oof. With that said, let's take the color here. Is even lighter than the last one. 19 years. I don't believe it. Going up to the nose. I'm worried because I don't know what to expect. Whoa. It's like grapefruit and flowers. With a bit of a maltiness, which I'm happy to say maltiness and not malt funk. Sorry. Sometimes things go through my mind. I go, where the hell did that come from? But I thought of a rock with a little moss on it sitting at the bottom of a river with clear running water. And I know exactly what I'm thinking about. So this might add to the descriptivity of it. But I would go to Vermont fairly regularly when I was younger. And I specifically remember we went to this ski resort called Smuggler's Notch. Beautiful place. Never went there for skiing. We went there skiing like twice. And every other time I went there when I was younger was for summer. No skiing. But I remember they had a clear river that went right along the back of where we were staying. And I remember these, you know, rounded rocks with a little bit of green stuff clinging to them occasionally. Algae or algae? Whatever. So I'm thinking of those specifically. So that could also include the environment of the forest that we were in, or the forested area in the mountains. So if that makes it any more interesting, I hope it does, because it's a nice little memory for me. I'm kind of glad it showed up in this glass for whatever reason. Penny? Got an actual penny. Lemon meringue. Ooh. I like this. This is interesting. And, you know, alluring. Especially with the floral. I am thinking of a yellow flower. I just don't know what kind of yellow flower. Maybe a tulip? I don't remember what tulips smell like, but that sounds pretty good. Yellow tulip, yeah. Well, enjoying the nose. Does not smell like the 56% that it is. It's 56, right? I'm not forgetting that. Yes. Okay. Let's see what the palate's like. And cheers to all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing and joining the Patreon, especially. I won't make you do it. And once again, if you're wondering about the shirt I'm wearing, this is Whiskey Mountain shirt, because obviously Glencairn whiskey glasses, mountains, sun. Fits real nice and it's real soft. Speaking of, I also have merch of my own, link down below. You can see how much I enjoy trying to self-promote. I'm the type of person who just wants to be like, all right, there it is. If you want to click on it, go ahead. It's there. That's all I can tell you. It's not a great way to advertise your own channel and such, but I'm working on it. All right, palate, drink. That was so much more interesting than the other one. I hate to shit on the other one, but I didn't really like it, so hopefully someone else out there really would love that. Not high. This, on the other hand, is delightful. Prickly pear. I don't know why I thought prickly pear. I don't know. I don't ever have I even had a prickly pear. Very likely not. This is pleasant. First sip again. Don't want to think about it. Not very good at not doing that. Because I immediately sip whiskey and it's like, what is this all about? Let's analyze. No, stop it. Just drink stuff for the first second here and shut up. All right. Pineapple? What? Tropical fruit. Maybe papaya. I don't know where these are coming from. I don't know if I've had pineapple. I've had pineapple. I like pineapple. Papaya? I don't know. I'm not even sure what that actually looks like. So, yay. Mr. Great Shot, you son of a gun. Hanging out of the fang and feather. Without me? I only wish I could do that on a regular basis, because I would. Some raisins, some citrus. Nice tingling on the tongue. I don't know if that's the wood impact or the proof. Doesn't burn, even though it's 56%. It's pleasant. It's not overly complicated. It's got some fun stuff. The nose is more interesting than the palate for me. Oh no, Lagavulin 16. That stuff is not cheap right now either. What have we done? Well, it's a big world of whiskey. If we didn't do it, someone else would have. So we got that going for you. At least it was us, so you know who to blame. I would not know this is 52%. No freaking way. Hard for me to believe. Sorry, 56. My mistake. It is a space side though, and I'm fairly pleased with space sides usually, except for that last one. I think that was also space side. I don't know if I've had Dalwhinnie before. Dalwhinnie. Dailuaine. I'm fairly certain that spells out Dalwhinnie, but I don't know. In 2015 it was bottled, huh? I do find it very funny that we were talking about how the one I just had as the sample of the evening, 96, and then I pick up this one and it's voted on. It happens to be 96 to 2015. Still don't quite know why it's called Blackadder. I'll have to look into that at some point. Not now, because I'm just too tired. 114. Good God. Well, I hope that bottle lasts you a very long time. How's that? Cripes. I paid just a little bit more than that for the gold spot that is hiding over here my shoulder somewhere. Shush. I remember when it was 80, you know? That's... How does that even happen? Oh yeah, global pandemic, that'll do it. Got a little sugar cookie that time. This is nice. I like it. I'd rather not know how much it was. I will have to try to remember to tell Jimmy Jazz, thank you for letting me try this, because it's really nice. As far as the Scotch. This is in the area of Scotches where I can just drink this for the next 2 to 3 hours and be pleased with that, which I will very likely do. I've already drank a little faster than I meant to in the past 10 minutes because it's like, oh, this is really good. But the last one, it was just making me go, I don't like it. Good, Mr. Great Shot. Let's just start sharing it with friends. So you gotta hide it when your friends come over. You don't have to hide it, but here's the thing. I don't know if I should tell you this. But one, you have to look up the Lagavulin commercials. If you haven't done that already. And there are Nick Offerman editions. And if I'm remembering correctly, which I might not be, there was a Guinness finished Lagavulin. Guinness, the whiskey, Guinness, the Irish beer, I think. So there are two other versions of Lagavulin that have Nick Offerman's stamp of approval. But you didn't hear it from me. And if you buy them, it's your own fault, because they're not cheap. If you think the Lagavulin itself isn't cheap, well, at the very least, look up the that's not Lagavulin commercials. They were very funny. And if you want, since it's the time of year, Nick Offerman did do a sipping on whiskey by the fireside thing years ago. So if you ever want to just sit there by yourself and not talk while sipping on whiskey, you can look at that. Just have it on your screen and just sip along, not talking. It's great. It's great fun. With that, we are coming to the end of our stream. We have about less than 5 minutes left. So again, if you haven't hit the thing, I should do this. I can just do this. I believe most of you have, and again, thank you for being here. Part of the channel, talking about the channel, all that good stuff. This month is always very strenuous for me because I have to drink alcohol every day. It's really rough. But it does take a lot out of me to just do a stream every day, whether I like it or not. I honestly don't remember Mr. Great Shot. I've only heard of it. I didn't try it. Sugar Kitty Meow, you're late. I mean, also, hello. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm waiting to hit the... Well, hold on. Someday... It's not going to be tonight, but I would have to go back over some of my videos and streams and see what got the most thumbs so that I can set a goal, because that was a big thing I remember for a lot of other channels, is they would try to hit like the amount of thumbs they haven't received. I don't want to talk about how many people are in the room and be like, there are only like... Wait, what is usually the words that go along with it? So let's say there are 20 people in the chat and only 10 likes. And then the person who's doing the stream will be like, oh, there's only 20 people. There's 20 people in the chat, why and 10 thumbs? Oh, shut up. Just, mention it and move on. I actively don't look at concurrent viewers as much as I can. Again, I'm talking about this just to talk about it because it's one of those little things that bugs me occasionally. But again, thank you for all being here. That's the important part. If you're here and you like being here, that's what I want. If you're here and you don't like being here, I don't want that for you. Just don't do that. As much as it pains me. Good. Meatball Heroes for Local American Legion. Don't do that to me. That was a great shot. I'm happy to be here, rain or shine. And Mr. Great Shot knows that it has been a gray, rainy day all day today. But that's not too bad. I kind of like rainy days because then more people aren't out. So I will go out because I don't mind rain. While other people go, oh, it's raining. I don't want to go anywhere. I go, oh, it's raining. Nobody's going anywhere. I'm going to go do stuff. Yes, Sugar Kitty, it is. I like to think it does. Again, I like to see people who want to be here and always show up. That's what I like more than anything. I don't want to have 100 people viewing this stream when I don't know most of them. It feels... I do it. I mean, I know it's going to get to that point maybe someday, but it stresses me out. It's right. That was another thing I said to Mr. Great Shot. It's like, I would rather have rain than snow. But what I worry about when it's like this is if it gets cold. It turns to ice. That's pretty dangerous. And we actually haven't gotten more than a half an inch of snow. Mike Franken, good evening. You're late. Where have you been? Thank you for being here. I know Mike well. He loves it here. He just shows up the last 5 minutes and hits the like button. With that, though, it's 8 o'clock. I need to lie down for a little while. I'm just having one of those moments where my eyes are like, you're going to close these now. I'm going, okay. But I'll be here tomorrow. Very likely 7 o'clock. I don't see why it wouldn't be. It's the weekend. So, you know, I like to think I don't have any plans, but you never know. So 7 o'clock tomorrow, tune in. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Woo! Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links